successfully manage high-risk cattle, you have to do more than manage BRD or bovine respiratory disease. You must increase the value of those cattle. And cattlemen know they can't afford not to have a plan in place to help control and treat that costly disease. We learn more about a managed approach to battling BRD from Cattleman to Cattleman reporter Brian Baxter.
It's a good time to run stocker cattle in central Oklahoma. For Brian Lynn and his wife Carrie, the grass is green again and their numbers are growing.
In the program that I run, I typically buy a 4-weight heifer, keep her 150 days, and I will contract that animal to a feedlot with delivery on a specific date. We buy sale barn calves that are very high risk. We have no idea what vaccines or what care they've had before they've come here.
The Lynns turn about 10,000 stocker animals each year. With the help of their veterinarian and technical assistance from Zoetis, they've developed a well-managed approach to helping control BRD pathogens.
Typically, we use Draxxin on arrival, and it keeps them healthy. When we do start pulling calves, we will use Exceed, and that works really, really well.
When cattle do get sick, they won't perform to their full potential. Producers like the Lynns can help protect their animals by using antimicrobials that offer broad-spectrum protection against key BRD pathogens, low-dose volumes, and demonstrated BRD therapy.
And so with the use of products like Draxxin and Exceed, we're able to treat these cattle, send them back to their home pen where they're more comfortable, less stressed. And, with the metaphylactic use of these drugs on arrival, their most stressed time, when their immune system is the most stressed and at the lowest, we're able to put on board a product that's going to help the immune system fight off an infection and build immunity with our vaccines and allow the subclinical disease to really get taken care of by their own immune system. So it's been huge.
Producers can work to help defeat disease-causing bacteria, grow healthy calves, and manage their costs by implementing a comprehensive BRD management solution with Draxxin on arrival followed by Exceed for treatment if needed.
I don't know that there's another antibiotic out there that would help control mycoplasma. I like the fact that they have multiple days of how long they last. The Draxxin label isn't at 14 days and your Exceed label is 7 days. I don't really have a sick pen. I figure the calf's better off out in the open pasture, and so there's some really big benefits from how long the antibiotic stays in their system.
This twofold approach to battling BRD means that different modes of action can help outsmart the disease-causing bacteria, helping that healthy calf stay on feed.
We have multiple classes of antibiotics. We have antibiotics that work multiple days that we can use as a metaphylaxis. We have products that work very good for treatments that we can treat, send the cattle back. We also have products that are short withdrawals, so that if there is something that you're going to need to be able to market in a short window, the animal gets sick for whatever reason, we're able to use those products.
Before I started using Draxxin and Exceed, I was a little bit hard-headed, but as my operation grew and I turned more cattle each year, it got to where I realized I couldn't keep up with all the sickness.
If you're getting more than 20% pull rates early on, the first 10 days, you probably ought to be looking at some kind of a metaphylactic use of Draxxin on arrival to be able to control the health of these cattle.
One of the biggest initial things when I started using Draxxin, the cattle started being ready on time. When you have a calf that's sick, it takes 30 days for that calf to get well, then he falls behind. 25% of each group or herd of calves would fall behind and they weren't ready to go to the feedlot when the rest of them was. And when you figure all the lost weight that those calves didn't gain, it more than pays for Draxxin.
When we really started looking at it, we were really surprised. We started using Draxxin on arrival, and then we were realizing that our death loss was at 2%, and it was really great. Pull rate was 18 to 20%. But what has also happened is our cattle numbers have increased. So when we were first started keeping records, maybe we were turning 6,000 head a year, and now we're turning around 10,000 head a year.
With more than 5 years of experience with BRD management solutions from Zoetis, the results on Lynn Farms are clear. By working with their veterinarian, keeping solid records, and staying ahead of BRD to help improve health and productivity, the Lynns have built a truly successful program.
It's definitely saved a lot of time because you don't spend all your time doctoring cattle.
It's definitely where I see the difference in that when the cattle health is better, my husband's mood is better. But it gives him more time to focus on the things that also make our business profitable, which is marketing the cattle is the big thing.
In Central Oklahoma, I'm Brian Baxter reporting for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.
Now, to see a video replay of this and other stories from the experts at Zoetis, just visit our website, cattlemantocattleman.org.